Welcome back to another video. It's the boy 10, and today we're reacting to why hating on Kai Cenat is cool now. Video by FDH. Alright, see what this guy is talking about, shall we?
Is finally getting mainstream hate. And Coco Melon Senat is finally getting mainstream hate. And as someone who's been critical of him before everyone jumped on, I thought I'd give my 2 cents on everything that's transpired recently and maybe come to a reasonable conclusion on why I think Kai Cenat is finally getting hate. I'ma quit yambling. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually start. Before I talk about the Team Water stuff and the Jinxie stuff and even the view botting stuff, let me start from the beginning where I think the Kai Cenat hate pot first started heating up. It was when everyone realized that Kai Cenat is merely a PR machine. At a certain point, I think we can all agree that Kai Cenat stopped showing his real personality, and it seemed to be more attuned to a child audience. That's why I call him Coco Melon Senat, because it started to feel like his content was becoming too mainstream. His content became an amalgamation of loudness, overstimulation, and just over-the-top antics that clearly suited kids. It was clips like these that started turning people off, because Kai, why are you as a grown-ass man kicking a chair and yelling fiend? You think niggas is coming home from a 9 to 5 turning that on? But let me be clear, there's nothing wrong with wanting to make content that children consume, or even making content that is optimized for the child viewer.
I was just waiting for him to land, honestly, because I was about to ask the same question, like, what's wrong with, finding out what your audience is and who you should cater to? I think that's something everybody does, if he figures that his audience is mainly comprised of kids, chances are he's going to lean harder, to please them, because those are the people that pay his bills. And so, yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Viewer. Just keep it a bean though, because I know all the grown people in my life are not tuning into a Coco Melon Senat stream, and that's the reality of it, even if Kai wants to deny it.
I don't know who thinks and believes that I make content for kids, but you're dumb as shit if you think I'm making the content that I make is for me and other grown ass niggas, bro. If kids tune in, you gotta call their parents, gang. That ain't me. That's what I be talking. You can't blame me. If kids is tuning in also, nigga, if you do your research, you dumb. Type in Kai Cenat on Twitch, nigga. Click on my stream and see if it warns you to be 18 plus to continue further watching.
Cussing and getting turned.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's making his money, so whoever his target audience is, they're paying. He's rich. I don't know why. It doesn't matter who his target audience is. It doesn't matter who he's making content for. He's making money. The people that enjoy his streams are paying him to watch his stream. So I still don't understand where this video is headed yet, but let's see.
Turned up at the camera does not change the facts. This is literally Kai doing a Mr. Beast collab with fireworks, and we all know Mr. Beast's target audience is primarily children. And even with Mr. Beast aside, firework wars are not something I imagine grown folks tuning into. And I'm 18, but I still have the best of both worlds, because I still consider myself a teen or a kid. Legally, I'm an adult, but people older than me would refer to me as a kid, and I personally am not tuning into a Kai Cenat stream. So being a young adult who can still relate to being a child, I'm not turning that on. So what makes you think a grown person is? My dopamine seriously gotta be in the trenches for me to turn on a Kai Cenat stream. But
look, I don't think you need to be a kid to enjoy Kai Cenat's stream. You just need to be a Kai Cenat fan, because that way it doesn't matter what he does for him, not necessarily about what he's doing, just because you are a fan of the guy himself, and age is but a number. There are grown-ass people who will enjoy that sort of stream. It doesn't mean only children will enjoy it. So I don't agree with your take personally. Just because you don't find it interesting doesn't exactly mean that everybody your age or under doesn't find it interesting, because people are watching and people are paying. You know, 700,000 people at every given moment are watching Kai Cenat at some point. Those 700,000 people are real people somewhere in this world, you know? So you can't use yourself as a case study and say, you know, nobody's watching that your age. Somebody's watching it, that's for sure.
But all of these things combined led to these stylist allegations, and that's because you have to consider what's the best way to connect with the youth, and that's to relate to them. I knew this nigga was getting coached when he started singing Yale.
I keep your hoe upstairs where she wanna. She just gotta ring the bell. Hit her from the back. She can't do nothing but yell. And she smart as got this shit out of yeah.
Kai is not that tapped into the underground, bro. That's clearly someone on his team feeding him information. And let's not forget to mention the clothes that he used to wear. If all the other stylist allegations are false, he for sure had a clothing stylist, because what the fuck is this fit, man? He does not dress like this no more. And the fake reactions finally got to a point when niggas in his own chat started claiming he had a music stylist.
You see, this is the problem with being a public figure. I know I've said this before, but what's wrong with him having a stylist? What's wrong with him having a stylist? Many people have stylists. Not everybody is tapped into the fashion industry. Not everybody knows how to dress stylishly. What's wrong in having a stylist? What's wrong in being paid for an ad? He's big. He's an influencer. Of course, people are going to pay him to influence people to either watch their movies or listen to their music. But he literally has brought artists on. What do you think that is? It's a PR. It's PR. You know, so I don't understand when you say that's somebody feeding him information. Yes, probably somebody probably is, and they're paying him for it. You know, so I still don't understand how this is connected to the hate. Is this why people are hating on him? People, y'all just say you're hating because it's cool. Like, that's the trend now, you know? That's the trend now. Like KSI and thick of it. It just became a whole, like, the music wasn't that bad, you know? It wasn't anything mind-blowing, but it didn't deserve the hate it got. I personally found it dope. I found it nice. So this might just be another trend, and honestly, I don't get the herd mentality where people just, you know, follow what everybody else is doing. I don't get it.
Like, can I just react to the music? Like, how y'all gonna tell me what I did? How y'all gonna tell? Oh my, this is the shit that's so annoying, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, they gonna think this is another fake reaction. This shit's so annoying because I genuinely didn't know.
And it escalated even further when niggas started doing top 5 fake Kai Cenat reactions and calling it a motion stylist in parentheses in a question mark.
TikTok fit. Okay. Okay, that's what I Wait, what the fuck? Did this nigga get butt ass naked in front of school? I'm gonna be in shape by December.
And eventually, Kai did respond to the entire stylist allegation campaign that had been going on against him. And in my opinion, I felt like it low-key exposed the music stylist for being real, because he says he's not even really into music.
I am not.
First of all, you guys need to understand that being a public figure comes with it's anxiety inducing, to be very honest. You know, you don't wanna slip. You don't want to be caught doing something because he's a brand now. You know, it's a lot of pressure to remain squeaky clean, to not, you know, drum up any sort of controversy, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of things he has to consider. And so he's probably very hypersensitive or hyper aware to everything that's going on his stream. You know, he doesn't want to, you know, make sure, he wants to make sure that everything is good. And that's why he's very, you know, all these things you say, oh, laughing 3, 2, 1. He just wants to make sure, okay, the mood is right. Everybody's following along. And yes, it might seem like, oh, he's being fake. And I get that, but you need to understand that. Look, he's probably not trying to laugh at somebody else's expense. So he wants to laugh when everybody's genuinely laughing. He wants to laugh with people, not at them or at their expense. You understand? So I don't know. That's just how I see it. You know, I don't think he's faking laughter, but I think he's just very observant and very careful as to how he appears on stream or on camera. That doesn't mean he's not being himself. You know, it just means he's just being very careful, because little things like this, as you've proven, the media has proven, can just get out of hand and just be misunderstood or mistranslated, and then it's a whole thing, you know? So, yeah.
A music enthusiast, if I say the album is ass, it's ass. If I say the album is good, it's good. Whatever I rate it, I rate it.
But I showed you guys all this stuff because I believe this is where the Kai Cenat hate started. And truth be told, it's kind of freaking stupid. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge fan of Kai, but this is pretty negligible stuff to dislike someone over. Obviously, fake content sucks.
I'm just glad you said it yourself, bro. I'm just glad you were self-aware enough to know that none of these things warrant any hate. Like, yeah, the guy might be odd and do some weird things here and there, but aren't we all human beings? For it to become a hate train, for what? For him laughing only after or watching other people to see their reactions? That's why you hate him? Bro, if that's the case, everybody should hate everybody, because everybody has something or the other that are not necessarily, just natural, I guess.
But in this case, it's really not that deep. It's not even the most harmful scripted stuff. It's literally just a nigga faking reactions and faking his emotions.
We have people sexually assaulting other people and still walking out of jail free. I'm not going to mention the name, but you know exactly who I'm talking about. You know, there are people doing way worse that deserve all that hate. You know, Kai is not one of them. I promise he's not one of them. Not at least from everything we've seen. You know, if you have, people just want to see people fall. That's the truth. You just want to, somebody's just too good. You just want to find somewhere to poke him, poke somebody and just, give him a little bit of hate because you can't find anything else to use against him. And that's just the sad nature of the human psyche.
And actually, since we're on that topic, I was getting cooked for falling for the Deshae Frost script, but that's exactly what I mean. Kai Cenat is not doing Deshae Frost scripts. So even if that whole thing with his sister was scripted, it's still very harmful just because that's how it's depicting a black family unit. That is some of the weirdest stuff ever. And to do that for money is crazy. And that's what I compare the Kai Cenat stylist stuff to. People were hating on him for it, but that's just not the biggest thing you can criticize Kai for. He's not pulling a Deshae Frost. So it just felt like niggas was looking for a reason to get mad, which fair enough, okay? If you're gonna hate that hard, I can't even stop you. Anyways, the pot clearly was stirring, and here's what happened next. Kai Cenat and XQC do have a decent history of a back and forth that I believe started because XQC would make little comments here and there, which from Kai's perspective, he felt like that was sneak diss.
And you was on my dick while I was gaming Elden Ring. You was in my chat offering me $25,000 for each boss that I fought. Every time you came back in, let's not even bring it up. No, let's bring up the facts, gang. Glaze me, cause niggas talk and don't remember what they be doing. You was just on my. Wait. You was just on my dick. Gang, you was offering $50,000 to $25,000 to $50,000 for every boss I fought, nigga. What are you talking about?
Now, at a later date, XQC did admit that he understood what Kai was feeling, and that despite him personally not seeing it as a sneak diss, he gets it was weird and apologized. And XQC even said he knows that's why Kai doesn't mess with him. But he also goes a step further to say that they really just don't mix together, and that's okay.
Same with Kai. I genuinely think that I did some sneak diss on Kai. It was kind of weird. Like way back, in my opinion, it wasn't a sneak diss. But I say we see that. I apologize for that. But all the other things were not even related to him, and he holds it against me, which is fine. But it's all
somebody I don't with SQC. And I tell y'all niggas that all the time. I don't even want to mention that nigga name because y'all niggas know the lore behind that. But nigga, if I don't with somebody, I would tell y'all niggas. Like, I don't with that nigga. I would tell y'all. It's a lot of weird going on, man.
Okay, well, it's all good. Yo, listen, he comes from a different, like sphere of the internet than I do. Like, over here we throw shade and we do whatever, and it's not like, oh, we know it's not some big deal. If he wants to make everything I say a big deal, then so fucking be it. Then we don't fuck with each other. If every single thing that's said about him is shade and he's got to stand on business, then so be it. Then our personalities just don't mix together. It's no problem. I mean,
Yeah, like I think that's exactly what it is. Just because they're both public figures doesn't mean they have to get along. Those are two from two different backgrounds and two different spheres of influence and understanding of the world. And you know, maybe there's just some things that are lost in translation or are misunderstood, you know. But yeah, I think as long as they're both just respectful of each other and just stay clear, they don't necessarily have to be friends, but as long as they just respect each other and keep doing what they do, it's cool. You can't be friends with everybody.
it's not, like, why would I get mad about that?
Now, a more recent issue was that XQC was accusing Reggie and Rakai, people who were a part of Kai's camp, of viewbotting due to inconsistencies between viewage and active chatters. And then when asked about it by Ronaldo, this nigga doubled down.
This guy might be the GOAT. Like it. He's just doing it better. 1K, next day 800, next day 8K, next day 60K. That's the GOAT. I mean, then they have 20, 20, 20, 30, 20. That's the absolute GOAT of streaming. I mean, we've been doing it all wrong for like a whole decade and we're fucking stupid.
Wait, I saw you talking about something.
V-botters?
What did I see? Yeah, what was up with that? What happened?
They're all V-botters. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck saying it about these days. I'm not probably. Imagine thinking that I play this racket where like I need those like collabs. I don't give a fuck. They're all V-botters. I don't care to say it. People become like from a 1K Andy.
This is the thing that that confuses me a lot about XQC, you know, particularly. You don't have any business with these people. There's no reason for you to speak on these people, speak on their names in front of your chat. It doesn't matter if you hold that opinion. It's one thing to have that opinion. It's another thing to say it, you know, live to your audience. Because at that point, it just screams like, bro, what are you doing? Like, whatever they have going on should be none of your business. You don't have to mention it. Why do you have to go all the way or go out of your way to mention or say something about them when you have no business? Like, there's no road where you guys meet together. You're doing your thing, keep doing your thing. Like, why are you mentioning other people's names? Was there a problem behind the scenes? Because I just think it's unwarranted and uncalled for you to just stand up from your place in your house and just decide to like throw some other people under the bus. Now, I'm not saying they're actually view botting, but even if they are, like, what's really the reason behind you trying to like call them out live? You know, it does nothing to you. I don't understand.
The 20K Andy overnight, like bro, I mean, I've been here before, like, I'm not stupid, like, that shit's fucking bought out the wazoo. And I would be open to the conversation that like it's their agency doing it. It's like these new guys, like they come from Hollywood, they don't know, so like they're just trying to like.
Now, due to previous tensions, like I mentioned, Kai Cenat was going to respond, and he was clearly upset with what XQC was saying about his friends.
From the outside perspective, Felix, you being a grown ass man. This is not no diss or nothing. It just look like you dick eating, and it's weird. And it's like, then you say you joking, and it's like, okay, now what is it? And I got no hate towards XQC. I just want to be able to check people where they mess up. Like, come on, bro. You feel me? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, I can ask Reggie. I can say, yo, bro, you know who XQC is? He don't even know, bro.
And let's just be real, this response was ass because there's just no explanation of the views being wildly different and fluctuating like XQC was saying. And it was just ad hominem, which is a logical fallacy where instead of actually addressing
Bro, yeah, maybe his response wasn't the right way. He didn't do it well, but still, my question remains, why did you see the need to put it out? I'm not saying it's right that they are, they are botting their streams or whatever, if they are, but what was the need behind calling them out? Do you understand? Like, how did it affect you?
arguments, you go for character. His friends are being accused of view-botting, and instead of actually proving how they're not, he told a nigga he's dick-eating. Just explain, bro. That's all you had to do. And then XQC would also end up responding to this response, and he asked Kai to explain the under 40% chat rate, which if you're getting tens of thousands of live viewers, why is your chat rate so low? That's actually a great question.
You haven't seen the build up to where they at right now.
What is the story behind the 4 days in a row under 40% chat rates? Listen, forget about what I said. Forget about anything that I know or don't know. Explain what type of story or what endeavor gets you to sub 40, sub 30% validation rate in chat. Explain it. I don't know. Just explain it then. 4 days, 5 days in a row. I mean, why even attack me? Attack my story. Bro.
So far, people are seeing Kai as this person who is not only fake, but he's also helping people fake it till they make it. And obviously, people are gonna be against view-botting because not everyone is doing that. You have streamers out here really trying to get it out the mud, while you have the biggest streamer backing view-botters. That just looks crazy, allegedly. Now let's talk about Team Water, a charity being spearheaded by Mr. Beast. $1 is the equivalent to a year of free water. It's a great cause. I'm gonna keep it real. Well, it should be, assuming there's no caveat or this isn't another save the kids thing. But Mr. Beast actually tried to bait Kai into settling his previous beef with XQC via this charity, where whoever donates more is the richer person. And even Aiden Ross stepped in to say that if Kai, where whoever donates more is the richer person. And even Aiden Ross stepped in to say that if Kai donates 400k, he'll match that money. And Aiden also said that Kai really only is donating 300k because if he donates 400k, that'll settle the money that he owes XQC. It'll be like paying him back.
Oh, okay, but only
what is that?
Kai
5?
does?
That's 2 mil. That's 2 mil. That's beautiful. Lock it.
Kai Cenat gotta go 400. I'm in. On God.
I've said this before and I'll say this again. Why are you arm twisting somebody else to be part of your charity organization? It's the point of charity done out of the free will, out of the goodness of your heart. Why are you trying to bait and coerce somebody else into being part of your organization if they don't want to? I don't care what people want to say about Kai, like this situation particularly. If he didn't want to donate, there is no reason people should shit on him for not donating, because it's charity. The minute it's being done by force or for any other reason other than the goodness of your heart, it's no longer charity, you know? Now it just feels like a flexing competition, like who has the most money. That's how Mr. Beast put it. Who has the most money? I don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Like, and Aiden just mentioning his name? For what? Do you understand? Like, I don't want anybody mentioning my name for something that I'm not part of. I didn't ask you to be part of it. You know? Don't just go calling my name in something that I have no business being part of. Or at least so far. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
Wait, I feel left out now, bro. I feel like I gotta do something.
So you come on in, jump on in.
What?
Let's all come on, bro. The big 5. Start at 5.
Well,
We'll start
Real. After that, nobody can say nothing.
And
It'll be
X,
the
and X.
Mount Rushmore.
And X, out of that 400K, out of that 400K, 400K, I'm in if Kai does it. I said if Kai does 400, I got 400. I promise. Locked.
Okay. Hey, yo, I need to call Kai.
Call him up.
We got a lot of clean water riding on Kai.
And honestly, that's pretty fire. It's a lot of money that goes towards people who need it. So when Kai never ended up donating, of course it was gonna rub people the wrong way, especially because he was just flexing his $1,000 stream backpacks and telling XQC he can go watch for watch, house for house.
I don't care if he wanted to go planet for planet with XQC. I don't give a damn. He has no obligation to be part of your charity. There's no way you can twist this for it to make sense to me. It is charity. There is no reason for him to be part of it other than him wanting to. That's it. Even if he spent $200 million on a ring and charity was $1 and he didn't want to be part of it, he doesn't have to be part of it. It's simple and short. It's his money, not yours, not the media's, not anybody else, not Aiden's. It's Kai's money. Now, if he was on the call, that's something different entirely. He wasn't. Why are you dragging him into a conversation that he wasn't part of in the first place? Think about it. DDG was on there. Aiden was on there. You think they wouldn't think about one of the biggest streamers in the world, Kai Cenat, to be part of it? The fact that he wasn't on the call in the first place says something. Do you understand? Now, it's not like I'm defending him. I don't understand why he wasn't part of it, but I'm not looking at him with side eye because why are you not part of it? No, because why should he, other than he wants to?
And even million for million.
Chat, in 2025, this is dead as a flex. In 2025, chat, it's dead as a like, oh, the TBUs, man, damn, the WTBUs. That's like cameraman. And I know he gonna see this. And don't try to watch flex with me, please, because we can do whatever you wanna do. Watch for watch, house for house, M for M, I'm with it. You can't do that with me. So don't try to do something. No, I'll fill up my whole arm. And I'm very humble, gang.
And my honest opinion is that you really don't have to donate if you don't want to. However, Kai being the biggest streamer in the world and having all that money, I think there is a certain level of obligation to.
There is no level of obligation whatsoever because none of you put him there. He got there by his effort, by his consistency and work. That's simply, and God's blessings. You just happen to see his rise. If he wasn't the biggest streamer on earth or one of the biggest streamers, you wouldn't care. So why do you care now? You had no hand in his rise. He came in. There is no form of obligation he has to donating to charity, and I stand by that because at the end of the day, charity, the spirit behind charity is one of choice, not obligation, not responsibility, not anything beyond choice.
To do something that benefits the less fortunate, especially if you can flex $1,000 items. And once again, I'm not saying that Kai should be forced to donate or feel pressured to donate, but to me personally, it does rub me wrong seeing a millionaire flex all these materials and then be MIA for 2 weeks when niggas asked him to donate clean water. That shit crazy. And that behavior was sure to raise.
See, this is the crazy thing about this too. You don't even know why he's offline. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what he's dealing with behind the scenes. You don't know what he's trying to take care of behind the scenes. You have just assumed that from your perspective that he's not streaming because his name is coming up in a charity organization trouble thing. Come on, bruh. Man, people need to be more understanding. People need to see things from multiple perspectives. Like, why would you just come to the assumption that the reason he hasn't been streaming is because people want him to donate to charity and he doesn't want to? What's 400K to Kai Cenat? What's 400K to Kai Cenat? Think about it. If he's as rich as he is and as big as he is, what is 400K to Kai Cenat? 400K is not keeping him from streaming, bro. That's not why he's not streaming, bro. And I don't know him, but it just seems very ridiculous to me that something that he could pay without a sweat is what would make him go MIA for a long time. No. Probably has some stuff he's dealing with, you know? And again, no obligation whatsoever to be part of it. I personally, if I was Kai, this would be further reason for me not to participate. Because I wouldn't let the media arm twist me into being part of something I don't necessarily want to. And the more you're trying to pressure me to do it, the less I'm going to want to do it.
Eyebrows, and it raised even more when XQC leaked that Kai blocked him before paying back his money.
Like I said, I didn't want to make it weird. It's just that I thought, dude, Kai blocked my number. Fair enough, right? No drama there. Just blocked my number, right? So I can't collect my 100K, which is fine. So I thought, dude, just put it for a good cause. And I thought I'll double that on top of that, right? Just right there. That's already almost 250, 200K right there. Boom.
Blocking someone and not paying them back also looks crazy. And then you see that Kai also didn't want to donate to charity. And then you see him not be able.
Hey, not paying back. I can't support Kai on that one. I have to keep it a band. I have to keep it 100. Like, he should pay XQC back. If he owes you 100K, he needs to pay the 100K back. I don't see why he should have blocked him. Although, with all the phony things that SQC is trying to do to him, I understand why blocking him was kind of necessary. I can't even lie. But you have to pay the dude his money, you know, to whom whatever is owed be paid, you know. That's what I believe in. But yeah.
To explain the oddities surrounding the streamers he's personally backing. And then you understand why Kai Cenat is getting all this hate. One of the final nails in the coffin for Kai was when he ignored Jinxie during his Clash Royale collab in favor of IRL streaming, which led to him ending stream early and going to the gym.
Friend, it's a yellow button. Click that and then you copy the
anybody in the chat want him?
What do you mean by your account? What do you
Oh, choose your player name.
He's single. Anybody in the chat want him?
So
Anybody single in the chat? My man.
What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you talking about?
Chris, dead
chat
ass.
want my man.
Chris, dead ass. Are you dead ass right now? Bro?
Wait, I don't want to battle, chat.
Are you dead ass right now? Y'all, it's not me. I'm just saying. I'm saying if anybody want my man.
Dude, this is one I can't support. I do understand. Like, I don't understand rather. Like, bruh, if you didn't feel like being part of whatever you're trying to do, could have just told him straight up or texted him like, bruh, you know, I'm not really down for this or that, you know, straight out ignoring him in the chat or ignoring him and just walking away, as what I've seen on the internet. Yeah, I don't agree with that. Yeah. There's nothing really to say about that, really.
no beef. All right, can you guys hear me?
I ain't like he tough. I ain't like he faked up that. I ain't like he faked up.
Let me go see what these niggas are talking about. What the is this? Now, chat. What the is this right here, bro? It's a static. What the is this? But it's good.
All right, chat. I'm gonna go to the gym, bro. I don't even know what's going on. All right, I'm gonna see y'all boys, bro. I tried to set up attorney. I don't know. I'm gonna see y'all boys tomorrow, all right, bro? Peace out. Have a good ass night. Love y'all.
What made it even worse for a lot of people was that Kai only tried to fix it after his chat started spamming L's.
Let's see. Al Kai. What am I doing? Why does it say Al Kai? No, tell Jinxie. Matter of fact, no. Okay, yeah. I'm going to Jinxie, bro. Tell Jinxie they had something playing IRL, but nigga, I'm about to do a one-on-one. Tell JC I'll do the one-on-one with him. I didn't want to do the IRL shit. I ain't gonna lie. I told him not to do IRL. Tell JC I didn't want to do I'm not doing the IRL shit, gang. I'm not. No. I don't have to chat. Listen, lad, no. Tell him come back. He got on for real? JC ended for real? Oh God. Bro.
So that's the Kai Cenat hate explained. It's a mixture of an increasing distaste at his seemingly engineered persona, along with his status as a rich person who apparently ignored charity. My thing is that I honestly think the Kai Cenat hate currently is more performative than anything. I do think niggas was just kind of ready to tear Kai down, which, not saying there aren't valid reasons to critique him. It's just that where was niggas when he was doing the weird shit? For example, he was on stream with Chris Brown, a man notorious for violence and even harm against women, but nobody said anything. He made headlines for having a reaction stylist. So what I'm trying to say is that obviously the Kai Cenat hate makes sense.
Yeah, another hot take I have to say, man, like, at what point are we going to stop punishing people for one thing that they did? Like, which ones in the crowd, among the media, among the public, can raise our hands and say we haven't done anything wrong? Really, which one of us can raise our hands and say, oh, I'm innocent of anything? Like, I haven't done anything wrong in my life? Because the only difference between us and these people out there is that we know them and they don't know us. We take every single thing they do and we blow it out of proportion. Like, don't get me wrong, some things that they do genuinely deserve, you know, a sort of responsibility that they should take account for. You know, they need to be punished for some things that they did. For example, beating women is wrong. You know, there's no way to put a spin on that. It's wrong. But man, how many years ago was that? Didn't he go to jail for that? Didn't he go to prison for that? Didn't he go through all sorts of adversity for that? And I know that there are other periods where, you know, other women have come out, but as far as I know, most of it has just been, you know, her word against his, and nothing as blatant as him and Rihanna's. So I'm only talking about the one where he caught a case for, which was Rihanna. And hasn't he gone through enough for that? Didn't Riri even say that they're friends now? Like they're good? So if they are good, who are we, who are not even part of the situation whatsoever, to keep holding a grudge? I don't get it, man. Like, we all do stupid things from time to time. And as stupid as they come, you know, especially when someone has paid for it, he went to prison for it. We can't just keep throwing him under the bus for the rest of his life. Like, at what point are we going to be like, okay, you know, bygones be bygones?
I just think people should have been on his head earlier for different reasons, but it's whatever. That's all I had to say. Subscribe for more.
Yeah, like, I've said all I have to say on this video, honestly. I think this is just a trend that's going on and people just want to, you know, jump on Kai and, you know, tear into him. And it's inevitable for public figures. There's no way that at some point you're not just going to find yourself in some controversy by your own making or somebody else's. You know, it's just going to come somehow. And yeah, this is just one of those moments I think Kai needs to just ride out. You know, I'm not saying he's completely innocent of everything. There are some things you got to be like, okay, bro, you know, why did you even do this? But for the most part, this is not worth the whole drama. I don't think it is. It's just a misunderstanding here and there, and maybe some, you know, not necessarily polite behavior here and there, but it's nothing serious, bro. There are people out here doing way worse. You know, so this hate, this whole thing that has the media in an uproar because of Kai, I don't get it. I don't subscribe to it. I don't support it. You know, honestly, it's just the media doing media things. Yeah, and this is the end of the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe, share, drop a comment if you have something to say. I'm open to anything you guys might have to say about this topic. And yeah, it's been your boy 10, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.